Welcome back to Digi and Pals. We just got expelled from a
space vagina.
We were chief in that last mission, right?
Yes.
So I guess we're probably going to be
Arbiter. Now it's Arbiter.
It seems like they're like sort of switching settings for these missions, which is cool.
And then...
I mean, it wasn't cool when we were chief in that annoying-ass location, but it's cool that we get to be Arbiter somewhere that doesn't suck.
Look at that water. Look at that water.
Something's in the water.
Look how pretty that water is. And now look at... It's just... Oh...
Yeah, this is a lot less majestic, I gotta say. I wonder if they were, like, in the original, like, trying to keep it more in tone with the Arbiter levels, but then in this version they thought, like, well, the point is that he switches with Chief, so let's make it more Chief-like.
Let's make it look as if it mattered. That's not
what the fuck? I don't have two weapons. Why do you have a sword?
Because I picked up a sword. Maybe if you pick up a sword, you'll have two fucking weapons.
All I've got is, like, a shitload of these things.
It's time to bring Angry Josh back.
Not sure how I feel about the brutes. They're just kind of, like, annoying.
I don't think... They didn't show up in any other... Oh, no, they showed up in 3.
Yeah.
But they haven't been in any other Halo. It was just the 2 games.
Well, because I think they were, like, annihilated, right? 'Cause they were, like, assholes.
All this time I spent in my youth.
This is literally a race war, by the way. Race war!
Oh! Damn Mexicans.
Oh, I just shot one of our guys a lot of times.
Who would be the Mexicans of space?
I don't know. I don't like this line of questioning. I don't like where this is going.
But I'm Mexican.
I feel like you're about to get into some racist shit.
I'm Mexican, therefore
you are Mexican.
I can ask
You are, like, mostly Mexican. But,
I can be racist, because only white people can be racist.
Well, you look white, so... I don't think most people would look at you and assume you were Mexican.
I killed one of our cowards.
Oh, you mean our, like, what are they called?
The grunts.
Are they yeah, they're grunts.
Oh!
Yeah, I always forget that you're Mexican because you don't look Mexican at all.
No, I don't. I'm very pale.
Man, I don't even want to get into. I recorded this this very long rant.
Oh, you were dead.
About
Mexicans? You
no,
racist fuck.
No. Recorded a long rant about the way people treat language and like the idea of like racist language.
You PC, bro?
No, I'm the opposite. I was being the complete opposite. I was complaining about people complaining about language, basically. But it was kind of a rant that I felt like the only people who would appreciate it would be people who agree with me already, and everybody else would just be offended and mad. So I decided not to release it. But, you know, sometimes
racism is the best.
Sometimes on the internet, I get comments that are like, that are like infuriating, and I feel the need to like respond and say something, even though I know that if I just take a step back from the computer and go into the real world, then no one actually feels the way that that person does. You know?
I don't know. I've worked retail for 7 years, and I've encountered some of those people in real life.
Like who did what?
So one time, years ago, we had a Muslim coworker, and she wore the burqa on her head, or not the burqa, the hijab. Hijab? How do you say it? Whatever. And she was helping a customer, and everything was going fine, and then he was like, "Are you going to put a bomb in my car?"
Oh. Well, see, that's just racist.
Yeah. I'm just like, I've encountered...
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who...
Everyone knows it's racist.
I would say that guy was absolutely a racist asshole.
I thought, like, that's the kind of person that you encountered on, like, websites that you want to say something about.
No, I'm talking about, okay, what I don't know how much of the story I want to tell, because I don't want to end up getting into this exact rant. But basically...
Everyone wants a racist rant from... Conrad.
No, it's not a racist rant, goddammit.
Anti-racist rant from Conrad. A language rant from Conrad.
All right, there's this video I did
Digi, bro.
about Hunter, the anime series Hunter x Hunter, right?
Which is a show.
And I was talking about the Chimera Ant arc, and I bridged the topic by saying, yo, that Chimera Ant arc though, right? Just like that. And I had a couple of comments, one at the time the video came out, and one just recently, which was caught in my spam filter, where people accused me of using verbal blackface by saying that.
What the hell is verbal blackface?
Good question. It's not a thing. But basically what they were trying to say is that I was trying to appropriate a black voice, a black scent, as they put it. They literally said that. A black scent in order to, like, I don't know what they were, like, why they think that's a problem or why it's bad to sometimes use a voice that, like, is attributed to black people or something. But, like, this accusation offended me so deeply that I can't stop thinking about it.
Don't
or
jump down
I couldn't until I recorded this video, and then I felt better. But, like, oh, fuck, shit.
I just said don't jump down there.
I didn't know what else to do. Oh, you were dead. I didn't realize.
That's why I said don't jump down there. You fuck.
But, like, you know, the easy... This is what I should have just done to those people, is just said, you don't know me, you know?
You PC, bro?
Because, like, I think that's a normal phrase that I use, you know? Just, like, as a result of who I am as a person, I use that kind of language, you know?
Oh, no.
But anyway, I had a really long rant that I recorded about this, and got into a lot more detail.
Well, that's what the entire South Park season was about this time.
Yeah, pretty much about, like...
If you want to hear Conrad's rant, just watch South Park, because it's the same thing.
I don't know if South Park makes this specific point, but, like, how do you feel about, like, if you said something, if you, like, put on, like, a Mexican voice, like, as a joke, or just because, like, I wasn't even doing it as a joke, it's just the way I wanted to communicate that idea that I was excited. But, like, if you said something about, like, being Mexican and people accused you of being racist, how would you feel?
Suck my presidential cock, motherfucker. I'm fucking Mexican. My grandma jumped the goddamn border, so you don't know goddamn shit!
Right. And,
I
like...
would say just like that.
I can't say... I can't pretend that I'm, like, necessarily part black or whatever.
You're
but,
not
like,
part black?
You know, to me...
I always thought you were part black.
I actually could be. It's possible.
We're all part black.
Because my mom doesn't know who her real dad is. So, it's entirely possible. But, yeah, like, to me, like, we're all just, like, people, right? I mean, obviously, like, everyone has different life experiences. Like, your race does affect your life experience, you know? Like, people are going to treat you a certain way based on your race. But, like, I don't think the way to deal with that is to enhance the amount that we divide ourselves. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I keep
killing our own guys.
I think the way to get rid of racism is to stop treating people like they're different.
That's a Morgan Freeman thing.
What is it?
He had an interview about it, and they said, how do we stop racism? He said, stop talking about it.
Right. Thank you. That's a good phrase. Like, if we
Morgan Freeman, everybody.
Like, when people say, like, oh, you're a white guy, so you can't say this or that, then it's like, doesn't that just enhance the feeling of, like, making us all different? Of
saying, makes me want to say it more.
Of saying, like, oh, you're white, so you can't say this, and it's like, but I'm human, and you're human, and you're literally asking me to segregate the way I talk, you know, like... You're asking me to enhance the feeling of difference between us, to make it so there's even less connection, you know, by saying that you're literally calling attention to the fact that we're different. That's a way to phrase that, you know. The funny thing is, I'm being a lot less eloquent now than I was in my actual speech, but I'm trying to play this game at the same time. It's making it really difficult to find the words for this.
I just wanted you to say something racist. That's all I want. That's my ultimate goal from this.
I don't know any good Mexican jokes.
Damn it. Why won't you fuck Word.
And then I realized
I can't think of the word I wanted to say just now.
After recording that video and watching it back, and I showed it to all my friends, and pretty much all of them were like, yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, but this isn't going to convince anybody. Like, you have to write, like, a really well-worded, like, cogent argument if you wanted to convince people. Because the rant I went on was a lot more, like, emotional, because I was so pissed off and offended that they said those things about me. And I was like, I really just needed to let off steam more than anything, and that's why I recorded it. And I haven't thought about it as much since recording it, because now it's off my chest. And I sort of realized, like, yeah, in the real world where real people are, this is not an issue, My real friends don't care about this stuff, And that's a funny thing, like, whenever a white guy says nigga, and then someone says you can't say that, they always say, but I have a black friend.
Yeah.
And people always like call bullshit on that, but the reason that white guys say that is because they're saying, in my real life, people don't care about this. Like, in my everyday life with the people that I actually am friends with,
so I'm dying
and like
a lot.
the way that I actually talk as a human being is to say that word, Like,
speaking of black people,
they're not trying to use their black friend as an excuse.
Marcus's birthday was today.
Yeah, Marcus's birthday is today. I told him to drink 5 beers on me.
But you didn't send
he
him
said
money.
it's a Monday, so I guess I'll get us started. But yeah, like, I don't think white people say that as a way of, like, making an excuse. Oh, I'm allowed to say it because I like black people. What they're trying to say is, like...
No one gives a shit.
Like, I say this word around my black friends, and it's never caused a problem. We're all friends. And this, if anything, this is more proof that we're friends, because we can feel comfortable enough with each other to know that we're not fucking racists, I consider it, like, if someone... Like, I have had white people who say the word nigger in front of me with, like, the hard R, and I know that they're racist. Like, not because
watch that hard R, man.
Not because of the hard R, but the way they said it, I was like, this guy doesn't like black people. Like, I've had that moment where I'm talking to a white person and they make, like, a racist joke, and I realize that they're completely serious.
That was not a joke to them.
No, yeah, I've had that time where I'm like, oh, like, in, like, workplace scenarios, or, like, just...
Facebook's a great way to find out which of your friends are racist.
Yeah, or which of your acquaintances, rather.
Yeah.
They kind of cease to be your friend once you realize who they are.
Once you realize how racist they actually are.
But yeah, like, I've had those experiences, but, like, I think if you are comfortable enough with your friends that you guys can hang out and make racially charged jokes and appreciate that one another are not in fact racist, then that means that you're getting closer together, Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if I made a like really devastating Mexican joke, unfortunately I don't know any, I don't think you would get offended because you'd be like, I know you're joking because you're my friend and not because you hate Mexicans,
Yes. Like, when Trump speaks,
you go,
I'm like,
this guy might hate Mexicans.
I'm just like, I don't think this guy likes my people.
Yeah. When he says, like, oh, Mexicans are rapists, and it's like, are you...
And I'm like, I don't think I've raped anybody.
Your tongue's not in your cheek there, buddy. I'm a little concerned.
I love his comment on how he's going to make Mexicans build a wall.
Yeah, and make them pay for it. The thing about Trump is, like, he has a lot of really dumb quotes, right? That are insane and crazy and make you think, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And, like, people who defend Trump will say, like, well, a lot of it's out of context, or it's just, like, people making fun of him. But I'm like, the dude said that we would build a wall. And that, like, when I think of,
there's
like...
no out-of-context, like, thing for that.
Well, like, when I think of a wall, like, what... Okay, when you think of building a wall for a border, what comes to mind immediately?
Age of Empires.
In real life, what comes to mind immediately?
Great Wall.
Yeah, the Great Wall of China. How was the Great Wall of China built?
Slave labor.
Do you know what they did to the people who died building the wall?
Buried them in the wall.
They buried them in the wall. The Great Wall of China, they forced a bunch of people to build a wall. Most of them died while working on the wall, and they buried them in the wall. And, like, when I think... And the wall wasn't even effective, because the Mongolians could just go around it, you know?
Okay.
It's a lot hard. I mean, if you actually built a wall across the entirety of the Mexico-American border, then I guess it would be pretty sturdy.
I'd just go around it.
I'm just like, and yeah, you could by boat, you know, but like, I'm thinking about like the historical precedent of when walls have been built. What's the second wall that comes to mind after the Great Wall of China? The Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
The one that we had them tear down. Reagan, you know, the mythical figurehead of the doctrine of the Republican Party, asked them to tear down the wall. Walls are not humane. Walls.
Oh god.
Look.
You're right. Let's tear down all. Get rid of the walls on your house. Fuck walls.
Okay, when you think of the concept of wall as metaphor, what does wall suggest? It suggests
separation.
Isolation, separation, bringing things apart, like trying to...
Dictation, pronunciation.
Yeah,
masturbation.
Those things. So, like, when I hear, let's build a wall, those are all the images that come to mind. Like, nothing but, like, terrible moments in human history and the idea of separation and isolation, which are things I don't believe in at all. I believe that the way forward is to unite everyone.
Oh shit!
You know, to make the whole world come together and want the same things.
So I was telling Victor this in the car. I read like the Today I Learned posts, and someone had posted, "Today I learned Reagan and Gorbachev had made a pact that if the world was invaded by aliens, the U.S. and the Soviet Union would stand and fight together."
I mean, yeah, that's usually what happens in all the movies.
I just love that was like a real thing that they had. They were just talking, ready. And they were like, "Look, despite everything that's happened, if aliens show up, we need to fight."
That's usually how it goes down. The good old Independence Day.
Which is how
was Independence Day with the whole world, or was that just America?
That was the whole world.
Yeah.
They have a sequel coming out.
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard that it looks more intelligent than the trailer for the new Star Trek movie.
Wait, there's a new Star Trek movie?
Yeah, yeah, you didn't know either, right? They just suddenly released a trailer for Star Trek 3. The director is the guy who directs the Fast and the Furious movies.
Great.
Doing Star Trek.
Awesome.
And it looks like a Fast and the Furious movie. It's just a big, dumb action movie.
Great.
With Kirk in it. So yeah.
They get on spaceships and race.
You excited for that?
Considering I just learned about it, no.
And apparently, like the trailer has like a huge dislike bar. Like people do not think this is gonna be good. Yeah. And the new Independence Day trailer is apparently not as bad.
Segways are fun.
That. Remember when Star Trek was like a smart show?
Yeah. Remember the past? Do you remember the past? How much of the past do you remember?
Do you remember love? What the fuck? What was that?
I don't know.
How did you do that?
I didn't know what you were going to sing, so I just said what you said.
Oh.
As you were saying it.
That was creepy. Don't ever do that again. I honestly couldn't tell if you were bullshitting or if you somehow picked up on the song that I knew you didn't know.
Nope, I totally bullshit. So that's what I do a lot in my daily life. I have a BS degree, and it really stands for it. Well, I don't have a BS degree yet. I'll have a BS degree soon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This level's kind of cool. This takes me back to Halo 1 in a good way.
How about that?
Maybe this just takes me back to Halo 2, and it's been 10 years since I've been this far in Halo 2. Like, give us back the good graphics. Yeah. Yeah.
It is amazing how some levels you're like, oh, you know what? I'd rather have the original, and then...
Yeah, I think the original works better for, like, a lot of the interior spaceship stuff, just because they I feel like they made it less unique looking in this one.
Where the thing on the bottom said
verdant plant stuff.
The thing said Fight Club, so we can't actually talk about this section of the game. So you should just cut out this section of the game.
This whole episode is now forfeit.
I'm back. Yeah. Stuff, things, advice, tactics, words, walls, Mexicans. That's the...
Are you summarizing the entire playthrough?
Yeah, I'm summarizing Digibros.
Digibro and Pals.
Digibro and Pals.
This is Digibro and Pals. You know, I don't feel as much pressure to be entertaining because I'm concentrating too hard on the game. And, you know, sometimes...
I'm on a ride right now. Like, this thing's just spinning as I punch it in the back.
You know, when I play some games, I like realize I'm being quiet, and then I become conscious of it, and I'm like, oh man, I better talk up. In this game, I'm so concentrated, I'm not even realizing I'm being quiet. I'm just concentrating on the game. All right, get that guy out of there. Get him out. Get him.
Come on.
Get him.
Yeah.
Oh. Not so happy.
Television.
Alright, I got my ghost back. Sweet.
What do you like about television?
I don't watch television.
Okay, great topic.
The only show I watch is Rick and Morty. And it's not in season right now, so...
Not for another year and a half.
So I don't watch nothing. Oh god, I hope it's not a whole year and a half from now. Oh shit.
You don't remember Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Goddamn. Well, I think he was making fun of the fact that it took a year and a half between seasons 1 and 2.
I think they're going to take a year and a half again.
I don't know. They got approved for season 3 like within one episode of season 2 starting. So I think it could be quicker. The show, I mean, season 2 seemed to be really successful. Dude, the advertising campaign...
They had a Hardee's commercial.
The advertising campaign was crazy for Rick and Morty season 2 because I was seeing it fucking everywhere. Like everywhere on the internet, there was something made for Rick and Morty, and they had they had a lot of like cool tie-in stuff. Where, for instance, there was a thing on Instagram, and I've been meaning to look at this in more detail. Where
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they had like a map of the city or whatever, or of like the planet where just like a lot of planets. Like you would go to the planet and you would click on pictures and it would like take you through different areas of the like that were shown in an episode. So for instance, in episode 2 of season 2, when they drop off Jerry at the Jerry daycare, like you can go to that planet and you can like click on each building and it'll tell you like what that building is and what it's for. And like you can go to the Jerry daycare and like check out all the facilities. It's basically like a Google Maps for the world of Rick and Morty. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how does this exist? And it's so detailed and there's so much to it. And it's just like here randomly on Instagram, you know, like barely advertised. And there's like a ton of shit like that for the show. Like there's all this tie-in stuff that you can find if you look into it. Here's one that everyone needs to check out immediately because it fucking killed me laughing. Have you heard of Jerry's Balloon Game?
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
Do you know what it's in reference to? Because there's an episode of the show where Jerry's on his phone and he's just playing this game where he's like popping balloons. And,
oh yeah.
And they made that into
an actual game,
a mobile game, and the way it is, it's just an endless flow of softly floating up balloons. And it's like you will never fail this game. Like it's almost impossible to actually fuck up enough to fail this game. Because it doesn't even kill you by having the balloons reach the top of the screen. It's like if you don't pop one within like 30 seconds, you lose. And the balloons always fly up at the same rate. So
it doesn't like get faster.
There's no increase in challenge. There's nothing like that. It's just a really, really, really stupid, easy game. And, like, every time you get, like 50 or so balloons, like, someone will come up and be like, yeah, Jerry, you're the best! Like, like Rick or Morty will be like, wow, Dad, you're really knocking out those balloons! You know, like, the game, like, constantly praises you, and it's super easy. And there's, like, a shop where you can buy, like, all these power-ups and stuff. Like, basically, if you collect enough balloons, you can use them to buy stuff. But, like, there is no challenge to collecting balloons except for your patience. It's how long can you click on balloons. You know, it's like a no-fail game. And I was like, this is fucking perfect. Like, this is exactly what Jerry would be playing. And, yeah, it's just like little stuff that makes the show even better. Because now you know exactly what that game is. Like, it just looks like some random iPhone game. But then once you play it, you're like, oh, this is totally Jerry.
Oh, shit. I fucked up. I thought they were all dead. And they took my ghost. My ghost!
Fuck you, motherfucker.
I died. I'm back.
Wow, he's still alive. What the fuck is with this dude? I'm pretty sure I shot him like 5 fucking times.
You probably missed. I can't see. Where am I going? What's going on?
I don't know. It looked like I was hitting him.
How are your feelings? What are your feelings on chocolate pudding?
I like chocolate pudding.
I like chocolate pudding. We should talk about chocolate pudding.
It's got a very like goopy consistency.
Oh.
You can drop it on your face and it'll feel cooling, but then you'll have what looks like shit on your face.
Oh.
So maybe not the most advisable scenario. Is this guy okay? Once again, the sniper rifle doesn't give you a beat to tell you who's your enemy, so I mean, I believe all the brutes are your enemy, but like...
Down with brutes. Send them back across the border.
Yes. I think we made this... I think we went along that lane, that line of thought already. I think we've been down that road. The race war road.
We did. Full circle every episode. Because we are such...
Wow, I just smacked that guy and he died.
We are so good at commentating.
Yes, we are masters of commentating. As soon as we started, like, episode 1, my immediate, like, concern was, oh god, I hope we actually are better than Barry and Ross. Because it's going to be really sad if I talked all that shit about how I felt like I could do a better show. And then we were, like, just as boring and insipid. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, what weird medical conditions do you have?
I blink too much when I get tired. Have you noticed?
No.
A lot of my viewers have noticed, especially in like videos where I shouldn't say what it's not necessarily when I get tired, but when my eyes get tired. I just I'm doing it right now. I'm blinking like crazy, but you can't like see because you're obviously not looking.
I'm looking at a game.
Television. And this TV is what's causing my eyes to do this.
As I pointed out to you.
Yeah, were we recording when you pointed out how shitty my TV is?
I think probably not.
Yeah, talk about my TV, please. What are we playing this
He
on?
has a 32-inch Dynex television.
Is there any, like...
Which is, like, the worst possible thing you could have outside of, like, an old Zenith tube TV.
So it's basically the absolute bottom tier of flat screen televisions, and I can't figure out if it's 720 or 1080p.
It's 720.
Because that's what I thought, but it'll if you plug in like a 1080 console, it says 1080 on the screen. Like it says, like it's like I guess the profile is 1080, but I don't know if it actually.
The sticker on the back I think says 720. Like it's a 720p TV.
That's what I thought. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like 1080, but the words 1080p will show up on screen.
It's Dynex. They want you to feel better.
Could be that.
I bought good.
One bullet left. I better make it count.
So yeah, this TV ruins eyes.
Yes, it's ruined my eyes. And when my eyes get tired, I start blinking a lot. It started happening back when I took my antidepressants, and it used to happen even if I wasn't tired. Like, I was just blinking really aggressively all the time, and it was just a side effect of the medicine, I guess. And then, like, after I stopped taking it, that persisted, and now it happens whenever I get tired. We beat the level!
Yay!
That didn't take too long. All
More
right.
medical problems next
time
episode.
on Digibro and Pals, I sucked my own dick through a straw.
And I watched.